Welcome to episode number 4 of Operation Sub 35, and this week I am going to be taking you through training. Exactly what I do, training wise, recovery, everything around that. Just right now, Operation Sub 35 is the closest goal, but at the same time I'm working towards Hyrox as well, so I can't just have a full focus on purely running. We've got Hyrox in there as well, so I've got a good mixture, decent volume of training, and I'm just going to outline in this episode everything that I do, including recovery, how I fit it all in amongst the busy schedule, and hopefully this can help and give you a bit of an insight into the exact training that we are doing. How are we doing? So sitting here just now at the start of the week, just going to be planning out the week's training. So at the moment, I'm not actually working with a coach myself. I'm using the Progress Project app to plan all my workouts, to schedule them all in, and myself and Raymond are kind of utilising each other as coaches. So every Monday I'll check in with Raymond, and he can see my app, my calendar, what I've ticked off, what I've not, and he'll do the same for me. So we're kind of holding each other accountable, and we're pushing each other on in terms of training. So this week's training, to run through it, we have a strength and conditioning session. We have two strength and conditioning sessions. So these are kind of Hyrox style focus, so exercises that are going to help benefit with regards to Hyrox, and then a bit of a conditioning workout afterwards, which I'll go into in detail when we go to do the sessions. But we've got 2 strength and conditioning sessions. We've got 3 main runs. So we've got an interval run, which will be short, sharp bursts at my interval pace, which at the moment is around 3:14, 3:15, followed by recovery. And then we've got a tempo run, whereby we're running faster than marathon, faster than 10k pace, but not as fast as interval. So that's around about 3:24, 3:25, and that's longer intervals, but not as short as the interval paces. So maybe somewhere between 2, 3, 4 to up to maybe 5k if possible, at the most. So that's the tempo run, and then we've got a kind of longer easy run. So that's kind of going anywhere between sort of 10k to a half marathon distance, really. So mileage at the moment, the last few weeks has been 30 to 40k. I do want to try and get that up a wee bit again, closer to the kind of 50k mark, just to try and keep that consistently. But as you can tell, juggling everything, and you probably know yourselves, very, very difficult, but I'm happy with that at the moment. So that's the 3 key runs. If I can get another wee steady pace run in there at any point, then I will do, whether that's an extra wee 5k here or there, just to build that mileage up again, I will do. And then I've also got a glute, core and plyometrics session, which I do. So just want to keep my glutes strong. I've been struggling, like my back injury at the start of the year was due to weak glutes, and when you're training as much as I am with regards to running and Hyrox, like we need the glutes to be strong. So I've got a specific workout every week that I need to do to make sure I'm on top of that. So it's glute work, core work, and also some plyometrics. So with regards to plyometric, we're talking things like box jumps, squat jumps, kind of lateral hops inside, and lots of things like that. And there's a good correlation between doing that and actually increased running times. So just want to get that bouncier. You just want to get bouncier, and the plyometrics is going to help that. So all in all, I try and fit those sessions into about 5 days or 6, because I'm trying to focus on recovery. One of the biggest things I've found is with juggling a lot of plates is recovery is absolutely key. So if I can fit in 2 full rest days, it actually means that the sessions I'm doing are better. And even if that means doing a double session, so one day I might do the strength and conditioning in the morning and one of my runs in the afternoon, and then that frees up a full day of rest. And I've actually been finding that can be more beneficial than just spreading that across every single day with no rest. So yeah, that is kind of how training is looking at the moment, and I'll dive into it in more detail when we're going through each of the sessions. But yeah, that is training plan, and yeah, really enjoying training at the moment, and I'll just go through it in more detail throughout this episode. In Raymond's garage for our Monday session, strength and conditioning. So today we've got barbell pendlay rows, 3x6. We're then going on to Zercher lunge, 3x6, and then 3x8 each leg. On to overhead press, strict press, and then we've got a superset of chin-ups and dips for the strength element, and then we'll be going to a bit of a conditioning workout. So workout one of the week on a Monday in Raymond's garage. This is where we start the week.
Hey, what, mate? Good. Yes. Oh, lovely. Yeah, after the first rate there, I thought that's what you said.
Just heading on to the track here at John Wright's in East Kilbride, and today's session we're going to go for 400 metres over under is the workout, the name of the workout. So essentially it's 400 metres fast at our interval pace, followed by 400 metres easy. So coming doing this workout at the track is just ideal, because you know it's just once round hard, once round easy, and times 8. So good session. We're pushing really hard on the 400 fast, so we'll be looking for kind of sub 3:15 per kilometre pace is what we'll be looking for. So yeah, looking forward to it. It's a decent enough day. Going to try and get the drone out, but I'm going to get the session done first properly, then play about with the drone, because what will happen is I'll start playing about with this drone, half an hour will pass, and then I'll be rushing the session because I need to be back to get Rosie for school. So yeah, track session about to go down. Looking forward to this one. Just in Soul Sweets this morning. Josh at the top over there, and yeah, try to get in here about once a week. Just done 20 minutes in the sauna, a few minutes in the ice tub. Going to get back in the sauna for a wee 5 minutes, but just as much as training hard is important, so is the recovery. And this definitely helps with a lot of kind of reduction in inflammation and just like preventing the risk of sort of niggles, illnesses, everything like that. So yeah, it's been a great addition to try and get in here once a week. .4:56 and we are outside the gym. So yes, sometimes this is just needs must. Early start for me to actually be at the gym for this time, but I've had a bit of a sickness bug on a couple of days ago and didn't train yesterday, so it's going to need to be a long session today. I don't have the time today to do a double session, so like as in one in the morning, one at night, so I'm having to just cram 2 in together. Not ideal, but it needs to get the job done. So we're going to do a bit of glute strength work, bit of core, some plyometrics, and then into an interval run where we're going to be running 8 times 1k at the planned race pace. So that is just under 3:30 per kilometre, so it'll be 60 seconds rest in between. So it'll be a kilometre run at just under 3:30, 60 seconds rest times 8. So that is going to be off the back of the glute workout. Ideally I would have came and done the glute workout, the core session, then went home, ate, like had the rest of the day, then later on this afternoon came and just done the run, but not got time for that today. So I'm up 4:55 or 4:56 at the gym, get this done, get home for hopefully about 7, so then I've got time to do homework with Rosie before school. So Rosie's just been getting homework this week for the first time. She's a morning person like me, so she'll be up by the time I get back at 7, and we'll sit, do homework, get the kids to school, and then that's it today. But yeah, early rise, early start, but needs must. Did I want to get up at 4 AM this morning? No, ideally would have lay until 5, maybe 4:45, but we'll go into my morning routine in more detail in future episodes. But yes, we need to get the training done, and sometimes we just need to get on with it, get up, do things we don't want to do, and I'm going to be happier after it. I'm going to be happy that I've done it. There's no way I'm going to go home and regret getting up at this time. I'm going to be buzzing that I've done it, and yeah, sometimes we just need to dig deep. Yes, so hopefully you have enjoyed that episode, a bit of an insight into the training side of things, what current training looked like, and you can see kind of calendar on the back of the wall, which is just reminding me that one of the biggest things around training, especially when you're extremely busy, when you've maybe got a wife, a partner, kids, other people to think about, that planning and communication is absolutely key. So every week when I'm doing my planning to write out when I'm going to train, I'm also speaking to Kirsten to say, like, when are you planning and training? What have you got on this week? Have you got any nights out or anything planned in the evenings or in the morning? Do you have a gym session? Like, what's happening? So you don't just go and plan your own thing and then before you know it, you're clashing and be like, oh, I wanted to do this, no, I wanted to do that. Communication is going to be absolutely key, and if you can all plan ahead and be like, right, okay, you're doing X, Y, Z. Obviously, things can get thrown up in the air. Actually, this week I have had to change one of my sessions to later this week. So I floored with a sickness bug last night. Rosie was sick, Evie was sick, then I got sick. Thankfully, it was short-lived. It was like 12 hours, and I feel fine again now. But there's things that come up that will disrupt the plan, but if you've got the plan in place, you're 10 times more likely to get it, to achieve it, rather than not having the plan at all, because that's just going to result in arguments, things getting missed, and yeah, just not ideal. So when you're planning your week ahead, when you're going to train, make sure you're speaking to whoever else needs to know about it, especially if you're really, really busy. You need to try and factor that in. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this episode. Next week, I'm going to be diving into all things sort of running gear, equipment, like what's needed, what's not, what's just a waste of money, or depending on what stage you're at with your running, what you need. But I'll be going through everything that I use during my runs and what I'll be utilising throughout this prep. But we are now just under 5 weeks to go, and yes, it's getting real now. Thankfully that sickness bug was very short-lived, because that would not have been ideal if that dragged on for a week or so. But we're going to still get all sessions in this week, and I'll speak to you on episode 5.